Hello again, back in the Sports Centre. Now, a reminder of the breaking news this evening. Arne Slot has admitted that he doesn't know if Mohamed Salah will play for Liverpool again. Now, following his bombshell interview on Saturday, Salah has been dropped for the Champions League tie at Inter tomorrow night. Well, Slot has responded in front of the media this evening. This is his take.
Arne, obviously, I have to ask you about the other night and what Mo Salah had to say in light of the Leeds game. First of all, do you feel he was referring to you when he said he feels like he's been thrown under the bus and that someone wants him out? And how do you feel overall about what he's had to say? What is your response, even particularly given he said that your relationship with him had broken down?
You knew you only got 3 questions, so you thought, let's ask 5 questions in one question.
It's kind of in different parts, isn't it, A, B, C?
So now, which question would you like me to answer first?
Well, do you feel he was referring to you when he talked about being thrown under the bus? And
the only one who can answer that question is Mo himself, so I can guess, but I don't think that's the right thing to do in this moment of time. So it's hard for me to tell who he means in that situation, to be honest.
So have you spoken to him then, and how do you feel about what he's had to say overall as well? Again, going back to the fact that he said that your relationship with him had broken down.
We've let him know that he's not traveling with us. So that was the only communication that's been there from us to him. Of course, before Saturday, the two of us have spoken a lot. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. And then your second question was? Do
you feel your relationship has broken down with him?
No, that's not the way I feel. But he has the right to feel how he feels things. I haven't felt that at all till Saturday evening for sure. Because I think when I didn't play him anymore, usually players don't like the manager then that much, but he was very respectful to my staff members, to his teammates, and he trained really hard. So to an extent it was a surprise for me that when I heard after the game that he gave the comments he gave. But as I said, it's not the first and not the last time that when a player doesn't play, he I'm not sure if he was emotional or not, but that he says something something similar to what he did. But I think my reaction to that is also clear, and that's that he's not here with us tonight.
Will he be considered for selection against Brighton at the weekend? And what will it take to resolve this situation long term now?
Now, I think we are sitting here on an evening before a big game, a big fixture for us, Inter Milan. And there was only now maybe 36 hours between the moment we've conceded the 3-3 against Leeds and the moment I'm sitting here now. And I think you can understand as well that I've tried to prepare my team in the best possible way for the game tomorrow evening. So the most thoughts I had are about tomorrow. And in the meantime, we've decided what I just said, not to take him with us to this game. And after tomorrow, we will look at the situation again.
Richard.
Can you approach more the micro, please?
No. I can hear you, yeah.
You say it's a short term to be out of the squad, and you look at it. You see a scenario where
I'm a firm believer that there is always a possibility to return for a player. So, but that's not. So yeah, I can leave it with that, I think.
And how was his reaction in the conversation you had today?
A short one.
Ian Dennis, Live.
Hi Arne, you say that you've spoken to Mo quite a few times in recent weeks. I just wonder, he was a substitute twice in his first 18 games this season. What or why has he then only been on the bench for the last 3 games? What prompted that change?
I think we as a team struggled this season and already last season more and more with the game plans other teams had against us. So I'm not only talking about the long ball style, which is something team mainly do against us now. So I've tried to come up with solutions because this is my job, and we've tried many things. We looked very vulnerable, in my opinion, after all the things I've tried against Forest and against PSV. And then I decided to play with an extra midfielder in the game against West Ham, where we won the game. So I decided to do it one more time against Sunderland, where at half-time I brought him in. And against Leeds we faced a 5-3-2, where I've decided to play a 4-4-2 diamond, if you want to look at it like this, with Hugo Ekitike a bit off the right side and Cody Gakpo a bit off the left, with Florian Wirtz in between. And I could have played Mo as well off the right instead of Hugo, but I decided to play Hugo.
Hand on heart, do you think he's played his last game for Liverpool?
I have no clue. I cannot answer that question at this moment of time.
James Pearce.
Arne, it's been such a difficult time for the team anyway. This has heaped more negativity on it. Do you feel like your authority has been undermined? Do you feel let down?
Again, two questions in one. I don't feel my authority is undermined. Is that the way you say it? It's not the way I feel it. And the second question was?
Just in terms of, does it make your life even more difficult during such a difficult period anyway?
If that was even possible. But it's not about me. If my life is difficult, yes or no, that's not very important in a situation like this. It is if it's more difficult for the team and for the club. And I think no one likes us to be in the situation we are in at the moment. First of all, it's difficult to see that staff members that work so hard on a daily basis, they are affected by the situation we're in now as well. Mainly because of the results, seconds of all, about what this has done as well. So that's not a good thing for us as a team. And that is where I'm mostly, where my thoughts go to, not towards me. I'm totally not, because I'm the manager, I have to pick a team, so to a certain extent I'm important in this situation as well. But the focus that I have at the moment is completely on the team and not on me at all.
Question each for Adam, Lewis, Hamza.
Hi, Arne. When Mo said that he felt he was thrown under the bus, do you understand that frustration? Do you understand why he would say such things?
Then I should know what he exactly means with it. And that is difficult for me to know what he exactly means with it and why he says this and who he's referring to. And
so you've not had that conversation?
No, not what he meant with those words. No. We just. So I think usually I'm calm and polite, but that doesn't mean I'm weak. So if a player says have these commands about so many things, then it's about me, us as a club to react, and we reacted in a way you can see now that he's not here.
Lewis?
Arne, do you think it's obviously a frustrating situation for you personally, but do you think you could have done anything differently to avoid this happening, to avoid it getting to this point where Mo feels like he has to go and vent his frustrations?
Then I should find out exactly why he said what he said, and but then I have to guess a little bit if that's not only because he doesn't play. Then the answer to your question could be just play him every single time. But maybe that's not the reason why he said what he said. Maybe there's something else why he has this opinion. But if it is, but that I don't know. Is it about me not playing him? Yeah, then the answer could be what could I have done differently playing him. But maybe that's not the reason why he thinks and feels this way. And he has every right to feel what he feels. But he doesn't have the right to share it with the media. He has that right, but then it's up to us to react on it.
Hamza.
Hi, Arne. When was the last time that you spoke to Salah? Just because Salah mentioned that his relationship with you had broken. Are you on speaking terms?
Yes, we were. Yeah. But it doesn't mean we were always agreeing on things, but I spoke to him twice in the week before in the 2 days before Leeds.
Have you spoken to him since Leeds?
No, I already said that a few times. Yeah, he was on the training ground today, and I told him that he didn't travel. Yeah, but that's not speaking to someone, in my opinion. Yeah, that is speaking to someone, but it's not having a conversation in your room. But I had that twice in the lead up towards Leeds, one a little bit longer and one a bit shorter, but I'm not going to go into the details if that's going to be the next question. But
Sorry, just to clarify, you mean when you say you spoke, it was just to the group and he was there? Is that what you mean? In training?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not specifically like...
Yeah, I communicated towards him that he wasn't travelling.
So that was Arne Slot talking about Mohamed Salah and the fact that he has no clue whether Salah has played his last game for Liverpool. So if he doesn't know that, is the only way back for Salah to publicly apologise to Slot and the club?
I don't think that's what Slot has come out and asked for. But yes, I mean, that would be something that he may consider wanting to do. But I think the way Liverpool run is everything is kept inside the club. You heard that from Slot himself. I thought he was very impressive with the way he spoke. He said, look, I've got no problem with one of my players feeling the way they feel, being disappointed that they've been dropped. What we as a club have a problem with is somebody going out and speaking to the media publicly about that. And we will deal with that inside the club. So I'm not sure whether the best thing for Mo Salah to do would be to come out and add fuel to the fire by publicly apologising. I think the best thing for him to do is to abide by the rules of Liverpool Football Club.
Well, they've got Brighton at the weekend and then he's off to the Africa Cup of Nations. Has that come at the very best time?
Well, it depends if you're a Liverpool supporter who wants him to stay at Liverpool or whether you want him to leave. I thought Arne Slot didn't give very much away. He was asked whether he feels Salah has played his final game for the club. He said, I don't know. That's not a question that I can answer at the moment. Also, he was asked about whether Salah would play against Brighton at the weekend. He didn't give anything away at all. He's keeping his cards very close to his chest. I have to say, I thought Arne Slot was very impressive with the way he dealt with all those questions. It would have been very easy for him to have a word with the press officer sitting next to him and say, look, we'll take a couple of questions on Salah, but then interrupt and say to the reporters, we are here to preview the game against Inter. We're not here to have an inquisition about my relationship with Mo Salah. To be fair to him and to be fair to Liverpool, they allowed all these questions. And I thought he dealt with it very, very well. Because what was really important from Liverpool's point of view was that he didn't